Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you're not new, thank you guys so much for coming back. I really appreciate your support. So today's video, clearly we are going to be talking about my winter favorites. So these are the perfumes that I am looking forward to wearing this winter. I really tried not to repeat any from my previous videos because I have done a couple other winter favorites, like perfume favorites for the winter time, which I will leave linked down below. I tried really hard not to repeat myself. I think I only repeated one, and that's because I just feel like I literally could not leave it out. Plus, I know that you guys don't, some of you are new here, you don't watch all of my videos, so I felt like it was okay. But if you wanted to see ones that I have mentioned in the past, like other winter favorite perfumes, I will leave those videos down below because I still love all of those fragrances. But I just, for the people who always come back, first of all, I love you guys, but I didn't want to repeat, you know. So anyways, let's get into it. First off, this is Hypnotic Poison by Dior. I was really late to this game. I only got this last year, but when I got it last year, I wore the heck out of it. I love this. For those of you who don't know, I love almond in fragrances, and this, I was on this like hunt for like my perfect almond scent, and this is like my favorite winter almond because honestly, this is a very sensual fragrance. This is powdery but sweet and a little bit spicy, but not peppery spicy. It honestly, it's very like warm, powdery, and kind of like sensual, almost like cozy, if you will. I know a lot of people describe this as like sexy. I wouldn't say sexy, I would say sensual, because it is a little bit powdery, but it does project and perform really well. This to me dries down to like basically a powdery sweet almond. It's like a powdery kind of fluffy almond scent. It is sweet. It is sensual. It is amazing if you like almond. This one is pretty powdery, so you have to like a powdery scent. But like I said, it does perform very well for winter time. I feel like I like these because it's just kind of like cozy. Think of like a fluffy, powdery almond with a little bit of spiciness in there. So to me, it's very like sensual. And I find it very cozy, but it does perform really well. So you don't have to spray too much of this. So next up we have Rouge Smoking by BDK. This is one of my favorite fragrances. And to say that, that means something, okay? But this is so good. This is so amazing. I just wish, my only thing is I wish this performed better. This lasts on me. Lasting isn't the problem, but it sits closer to my skin. I really wish it projected more. I have to overspray this a lot for it to project the way I want it to, which sucks because this is a little bit expensive. So I'm sorry, but I don't really like to recommend bougie fragrances, but if I love it, I love it. And this is one that I really, really like. It smells like nothing else in my collection. This opens up like a spicy cherry. Think like cherry mixed with cinnamon hearts, like those little cinnamon hearts that you get on Valentine's Day. That's kind of what the opening smells like. It doesn't have cinnamon listed in it. I think it's pink pepper, but to me, the opening of this is like a cinnamon cherry. And then you kind of get like a creaminess because there's vanilla in here, but it's also a little bit, I'm not gonna say powdery, it doesn't smell like baby powder, but it's a little bit fluffy. And I think that's because there's tonka in here, there's heliotrope, there's cashmere wood. So, but overall you get like this kind of spicy cherry. It makes it like sexy and alluring a little bit. And you get like a creamy vanilla. So that spicy cherry combined with like this creamy vanilla. Someone on Fragrantica said cherry coke, it reminded them of, and I get that because you get like that spicy cherry kind of opening, and then you get like that creamy vanilla in there, which is like, I guess, like cherry coke. So it overall smells amazing. I think this is perfect for colder months. You could wear this in the summertime in the evening probably, but because of that cinnamon, I feel like that's why I think of wintertime or colder months. And I would wear this in the evening, like date night, because there's like a sex appeal to this. That cherry, that vanilla, there's something about this that is so alluring and so seductive. This is, oh, I love this. Next up, let's talk about my other bougie fragrance. This was the release of the year last year. I feel like this is what I was looking forward to so much, and I ended up getting it for Christmas last year. This is Angel Share by Kilian. The bottle, the packaging, this is so special. This, these two, I would say Rouge Smoking and Angel Share are like my top two fragrances, and La Belle. I would say those are like favorites. This is me in a bottle. Okay, this is definitely unisex. I know last year someone left a really rude comment basically saying like, if I smell this on you, I would say you smell like a man, because they were saying this is very manly. I don't find so. It's not overly gourmand, but I don't find it overly masculine either. Basically, this has cognac, so you get like that booziness, you get cinnamon, you do get some vanilla, which gives it a little bit of sweetness, and the cognac, it almost smells like fermented fruit that you would make like in cognac, that you would use to make cognac basically. So I get like a sweetness, I get a booziness, I get that warm cinnamon. This is so, I love this. This is intoxicating. It is obviously, it's from the Liquors collection. So yes, there's a booziness, but I get like a vanilla, cinnamon with a little bit of booziness. I don't find it overly masculine at all, to be honest, and it's not overly feminine either, because I wouldn't, someone said this smelled like Cinnabon. I wouldn't say it's that gourmand. It's not. Yes, there is a touch of like a gourmand quality to it. There's vanilla in there. There's a delicious like booziness to it, but, and the booze in this, the cognac has a sweetness to it, because cognac is, it's fermented fruit. It's a little bit sweet is what I'm saying. It doesn't smell like straight up vodka, but it doesn't smell overly feminine either. If you wanted to, you could easily mix a vanilla in this, like maybe like a Kayali vanilla if you wanted a little bit more vanilla with it. But to me, I like that it's not overly feminine. I feel like this, that's what makes this so sexy, so alluring. This smells so good for winter time. This is amazing. I love this. And like I said, I feel like it's perfectly unisex. I don't add anything to it. I don't mix it with a vanilla. I like it just the way it is. I get like a boozy cinnamon with a little bit of vanilla. I don't get too much vanilla. That's why I say it's not overly gourmand, but the cognac has a natural sweetness to it, so it does have the natural sweetness from the cognac mixed with the sweetness from vanilla, which makes it perfectly sweet to me. Not overly sweet, not underly sweet, just perfectly sweet. And if you love cinnamon, you will love this. I love cinnamon. This to me is, honestly, it's me in a bottle. There's something about this that's like a bad, because it's a little bit unisex, I feel like this is like a bad B, you know, like you are a confident woman to wear this. And that's what makes it like alluring. Like someone would be like, who smells like that? You know, there's something about this is just, oh, sexy. So that's that. Clearly, I'm passionate about that. I got it for a Christmas gift from my best friend last year, which I was so thankful for, but I would have bought it either way because I was so looking forward to that, and I feel like it was worth all of the hype that it got. Okay, next up, let's talk about a winter date night fragrance. This is Scandal by Night by Jean-Paul Gaultier. I had the original Scandal, which was basically just like a straight up honey scent. It was a little bit too linear and I got a little bit bored of it. And it was very sweet. This one, you have the honey, but this is a honeyed cherry. So think of like a syrupy cherry. You definitely get that dark cherry, but it's almost like it's been dipped in honey. So I just sprayed it on my wrist now. This is so delicious. The opening is very sweet. You have to like a sweet scent because this is definitely sweet. The honey and the cherry are very prominent. You get both of those notes, and it's sweet and delicious and gourmand. But I feel like the honey has, the cherry is like this dark black cherry. So it has like this sexiness to it. And then you get this buttery tuberose, which I really like because I feel like adding that tuberose in there, first of all, made it a little bit more, like, it's not boring, you know, it's not linear, but I like that it's a buttery tuberose. I don't know how else to describe that, but it's buttery and it adds that gourmand touch and it makes it a little bit feminine. So yes, it's sexy and sticky and sweet, but then you have like this little bit of like femininity in there because of that tuberose, but the fact that it's buttery just adds to that gourmand kind of edible quality. So definitely a date night fragrance. It's definitely sweet and kind of sexual if you want to be the dessert at the end of your date. I mean, I would wear this, but it just smells delicious. I like cherry. Something about cherry is very delicious. It's one of my favorite notes, honestly, but I love this. I wore this last year when I got this. I was wearing this around the house for no reason. I had no business wearing it, but I was addicted to the scent because I love cherry, and that buttery tuberose is different. I haven't really smelt a tuberose like that has like that butteriness, which I really, really like. So cherry, honey, buttery tuberose, sexy but feminine, sweet, delicious. I really like it. I would definitely say it's more of like a date night scent, but that's that. And then we have my repeat. So this is MAC Velvet Teddy, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about this in every winter perfume favorites that I've filmed, but that's because, like, if I didn't talk about this, I would be a liar. And like I said, not everybody that's watching this right now has watched all of my videos, so I feel like I have to let you know because this is my go-to scent in the wintertime. I have a full bottle as a backup. That's how much I love it because I don't usually do that. But I also heard they were going to discontinue it, so I was low-key nervous. But this smells, so this has a smokiness, but there's tobacco in here, but to me this doesn't smell like tobacco. Think of like you're in a cozy sweater, you're outside, there's a fire going, like a fire pit, and you're roasting marshmallows, because the smokiness that I get in this is like a campfire smokiness, which I love. I find that so cozy, and the sweetness almost reminds me of like roasting marshmallows by a fire pit. It smells amazing. This kind of reminds me of Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford, but with less tobacco. I know people say it's a dupe. I wouldn't say it's a straight up dupe, but it does remind me of that. Like, I feel like they're similar, but less tobacco. And also, if you've ever smelled the candle, Marshmallow Fireside by Bath & Body Works, that's kind of what it's like. It reminds me of those two scents. It reminds me of Tobacco Vanille and Marshmallow Fireside candle. So think of like, yeah, roasting marshmallows by the fireplace. It's sweet, it's a little bit smoky, it's so cozy for the winter time, and this projects and performs so well. So if I spray this on my scarf and don't wash my scarf, like, I will keep smelling it every time I put that scarf on because it does not go anywhere. For a MAC fragrance, I was surprised, but I worked there when these were released, and I feel like that's why this is very nostalgic for me, and this is the one that I was wearing all the time. Oh, yeah, warm, sweet, cozy, a little bit smoky. This is wintertime in a bottle. I love to wear this to like the Christmas market and things that I'm going to outside in the winter. I really love this, and people associate this scent with me because I feel like people talk about it on YouTube now, but it's not too common like in everyday life. So everyone who smells this says it smells like Amanda, because this smells warm and sweet and delicious. Delicious. If you like Tobacco Vanille and you like Marshmallow Fireside candle, I feel like you would like that, but with less tobacco, in my opinion. I don't smell tobacco. And then last but not least, this is a body mist, and I don't think I've ever talked about this, but I've loved it for a long time. This is Yognog by Lush. So yes, it's a body mist. I absolutely hate the bottle of this, but it is what it is. And this, for a body mist, it lasts a decent amount of time. It performs pretty well. Oh, this smells so good. This really reminds me of Christmas because I feel like this reminds me of gingerbread and eggnog. So I get like this creaminess, but you also get those aromatic spices. Think like nutmeg, cinnamon, like those kind of like baking aromatic spices. That's what this reminds me of, but it's creamy too. So it kind of reminds me of eggnog, but then I think like those nutmeg and cinnamon, it also kind of reminds me of gingerbread. So I wear this a lot leading up to Christmas because I feel like it, like, you know how scents trigger memories? This triggers memories of like baking and Christmas time, and I love it. Oh, it smells so good. I don't usually wear this out, to be honest. Well, I might wear it out to like run errands, or I more so wear this if I'm at home and I'm just like cozying up, maybe baking, watching a movie, whatever it is. I wear this like just to chill, or like if I'm inside or just running errands, like I wear it for things like that. But I also, last year I caught myself spraying this a lot on my bed leading up to Christmas because, like I said, like I usually have a candle burning, And then I like my sheets to smell like this leading up to Christmas because it just reminds me of Christmas time, okay? This gets me in like the festive spirit and I really, really like it. If you like eggnog and gingerbread cookies, I feel like that's what this reminds me of, and it triggers like those memories, which makes me so happy. So I wear this only leading up to Christmas and then usually after Christmas for a little bit, and then I kind of put it away because it really reminds me of Christmas. I don't know why. It's like those scent memories. So yeah, those are all of my winter favorites for this year. Like I said, I will leave the other ones that I've filmed in the past down below because I still love all of those fragrances, but I didn't want to keep repeating the same ones, especially for all of my loyal subscribers who keep coming back and watching my videos. Thank you guys so much. But those are all my favorites. I feel like this video was super rambly and I couldn't get my words out, so I'm sorry, but you guys are used to me, right? If you guys like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Instagram. It's always linked down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.